Here come the Chaos Warriors of Khorne versus the Lizard Boys. Man, that Skink Oracle looks awesome. Alright, here we go. Me versus TMiR. He wants to give Domination a try, and it's been a while since I had a game, so we're on even footing. My Minotaurs of Khorne are a bit out of position, but that's okay. There's nothing killing him right away. No harm, no foul. We got two Furies going after his Skinks with Javelins, I want to say? And they're already throwing their little jabs. Murdering my little boys. Skink Oracle's gonna come out and try to help. We're gonna try to take as much as we can. Yeah, the cohorts with jabs. And they are doing massive damage. 160 models, and they're still only losing one to their 60. Yeah, although they are gonna get shot in the back and hit. We'll see what happens. Chaos Warriors of Khorne. Why Chaos Warriors of Khorne? Well, usually what I like to bring is Marauder spam, because they might go Skink spam. Luckily, TMiR did not. So it's usually a gamble with that build. Skink spam with a bunch of throwing weapons, javelins, and mix in a croc score, which is kind of what I expected, some Sauruses. He went with Cold Wind Spear Riders, which in my experience suck. They really do. I've tried them before doing some Lizardmen Rushes, not Russians, and they just don't cut it. They aren't the juice, you know. Ripperdactyl Riders coming in to shoot off the Furies, although even though the Furies are weak, and I think they will trade upwards to Ripperdactyl Riders, just because of their model counts. 10 versus 60, and in my case it's probably less. We got a new batch of Furies coming in to try to clean up those Skinks, forcing TMiR to try to use more units on the side objective than this objective. And my Chaos Warriors, they will last. And with the buffs from Skull Taker, I think it's like plus 12 leadership, plus 16 melee attack. That's going to be a long time, and that's going to be a lot of killing from Chaos Warriors of Khorne. And of course they have Skull Taker to back them up. Skull Taker will clean up most of these. And for counter charges from the Cav Rushes of TMiR come the Minotaurs. And yeah, I felt like 2 Minotaurs should do. You could go to, what are those? I don't know if 2 Khorne Gores are the sauce. I don't know. I just wanted to try 2 Minotaurs in case he went like big monsters, because that would actually kill this build. Like Mazda Mundi, maybe the Shredder, something like that. But yeah, this should do just fine having these 2 in the back line, nothing with such long range. And you can't bring the hunting packs, because I will do triple Furies into them. Even two hunting packs. And that leaves them with no cav, so the Minotaurs and the Furies could rush them. They'd have the mobility too. And with the weird line of sights, it would be pretty, I would say, I don't know if it'd be easy. But it's definitely doable. And it's not going to be easy for TMiR, that's for sure. Finally, one of the Chaos Warriors are finally going down with the help of those Sauruses. Oh man, and this is what I was talking about, the Furies just trading upwards. Even though they're losing the fight, it looks like the Ripperdactyls and fire support from the Marauder Horsemen, they should be able to win. They should be able to take that no problem. And I didn't even disintegrate yet. Wow, those Furies are absolute chads. And here come the Minotaurs to come clean up those Croxagores who are overextending along with those Saurus Warriors. Chaos Warriors now, the fresh ones coming in to take the brunt and then shoo away most of these Skinks. But here comes the Ark of Sotek charging in. Damn, they look cool. I love that color scheme. If I were to do a Lizardmen army, that's the one I would paint them. Nice cyan, teal blues. Yeah, it's good. Unfortunately for Khorne, they only have one color scheme. And they only need one color scheme, and that's red. Khorne Gores and Marauder Horsemen going up to the point to recapture. And since these points are very close to each other, the Minotaurs could bounce between the two, which is nice here. Chaos Warriors still fresh, still in my mind. And yeah, Gorok is just not having a good time. Marauder Horsemen going in for the charge. They should be able to clean up these Skinks, but with the overwatch from the other Skinks, though, they're just shredding through my Marauder Horsemen. Oh, shit. Oh, it just feels bad. I should have waited for my Furies to come in and actually take out their overwatch, so I could have charged with impunity and get a nice clean kill. Bit of a mistake, yeah, a mistake on my part. Not a bit of a mistake. I lost a Marauder Horseman for no reason. Sorry, talking real fast, brain going too slow. Alright, he's got Earthblood coming in down here, and I don't think that's going to be enough because we can just outkill everything here. It's just Gorok and, yeah, the Arc of Sotek. And Skull Taker's nearby providing those extra buffs, so you're looking at what? So 25, 26 melee against large. With an extra 16, you're looking at 42 melee, extra melee attack. And that's not even including Blood Greed on those Minotaurs, so yeah. It's gonna be a molly whopping. Oh yeah, Skink Oracle, go for the Furies now. It looks like TMiR's trying to trap Skull Taker, Skink Oracle, Sauruses. Maybe he'll have something come in, but Skull Taker can take on the Skink Oracle. The Furies can come help peel off any Source Warriors. And yeah, the Furies just clean up here. We got another thing of Khorne Gores coming in. Ripperdactyl Riders or these Colossedon Hunters? I think these Colossedon Hunters. It's hard to tell without their... Yeah, I can't tell without the icon on top. That's weird. They usually do. Yeah, Ripperdactyl Rider. Yeah, Colossedon Hunters. Trying to trap my Skull Taker, but Furies will just clean them up. Clean them up. If they trade upwards to Ripperdactyls, they will cleave through Colossedon Hunters. And there's 3 of them with Skull Taker nearby. Yeah. And I think this is going to be the beginning of the end. I'm going to triple cap. I'm ahead on value. His Lord's getting crumped. Skink Oracle's really the only thing here. There's some Spear Riders here. We're going to charge him with Marauder Horsemen into those other Skinks on the side there. Throwing the axes while we're doing it. Khorne Gore is just going to hold against those, I think, Source Warriors? No, those look like Skinks on the side there. Yup. It's going to get cleaned. Oh, man. Marauder Horseman. Nice little light cav. I like their dual purpose of light cav and skirmish cav. Always a good take. Arca Sotek provides a nice Mortis Engine effect and some... So there's 2 types of poison. There's regular poison and Sotek's poison. What's the difference? Well, there really is none. It's just the name. So you could provide 2 types of poison onto an enemy unit that you're fighting, or fighting multiple units. So that's minus 30% base, AP, missile resist, and speed. That's pretty nasty. I didn't even consider that. Although it doesn't really work out in the end there. Yeah, I got Marauder Horsemen or Marauders to come help out those Khorne Gores against those Skinks. But yeah, we're gonna call it here because it's a triple cap. I'm already taking the lead value-wise and points-wise. I'm killing everything. And yeah, Chaos Warriors of Khorne. The Chad. Probably could have brought 1 dual weapons just to be safe, but we did the works. Minotaurs cleaned up. They did their stuff. Absolute Giga Chads. And yeah, TMiR was trying to pick them off, but I wasn't letting him. With the limited range that Skinks have, yeah. You really need, like, ancient salamanders to deal with that. Hide them in the back and start shooting. Although I would just hide them in the woods until I needed to charge with them. But yeah, GG's TMiR, GG's. I think maybe I could lose one of the beasts, the Blood Beast, to bring in 2 things of Marauders of Khorne, in case he went. Maybe even drop another thing of Khorne Gores for another Marauders of Khorne. But yeah, Feral Cold ones are just pain in the ass, so I think just maybe 2 to 3 would have been fine. Temple Guard, so that's why you see the Blood Letters. And yeah, instead of Cold One Spear Riders, just bring regular, like, Cold One Riders. That's it. Get you more Skinks. So you can throw jabs and all that goodness. That's what I do. But yeah, that's what I do in the next life. Alright. Here we go, folks. We're at the end of the video. If you liked it, please like, sub, follow me here on YouTube. We're on the road to 2,000. Come join the Discord to either see me on stream, join one of our tournaments, or just show up, play some games, and get all those reps in. Alright, with all that said, y'all have a good one. Peace, and goodbye for now.